how to use them strategically. So that's one of the focuses that we have here, especially when you're just starting out. So today I brought in AJ, who's joining us in the studio today. So AJ, welcome. Thanks for coming in.
In the building.
And he's in the studio to represent you, the listener, and he'll be asking questions on your behalf. So kind of like asking questions that the average business owner would ask, and help to clarify what you need to know. And so what most people get wrong, and also about business credit cards when you're just getting started, the importance of all those things. So we're going to go right into the topic. And you know what? I want to set the stage for this topic or this episode. And let's say you've launched your business and maybe you've got an LLC, you've got a logo, maybe even your first customer. You start paying some expenses, some marketing tools and travel, and naturally you reach for your personal credit card. Big mistake. No, you don't do that. You're not supposed to do that, but most people do. Because business credit cards for new businesses aren't just convenient. They're foundational for separating your personal and business finances. So for building a strong business credit profile and for accessing capital that grows as your company grows, it's important. Okay, so here's the catch. If you don't know how to set up properly from the start, then you know what? You could be missing out on thousands of dollars in credit capacity, better terms, and even hurting your chances at long-term funding. So we're talking about the importance of business credit funding, and that's why we're here today, to break down the what, the why, and help you understand the roles that these cards play in the growth of a legitimate business. So if you don't have a legitimate business, maybe it's not going to help you so much.
Right.
But hopefully you have a legitimate business, and without giving away the full blueprint, because that's what we cover in depth at GetBiz.Credit, we're going to give you the foundation that you need to take the next step with clarity and confidence. So, AJ, let's dive in right now. And again, AJ, I do want to welcome you back to the show.
Thank you.
And let's jump into the questions that you have from our community.
Thanks, Max. So in reality, I got about 10 questions that I feel most new entrepreneurs or business owners are wondering about. So the first one really is, what exactly are business credit cards, right, for new businesses? And how are they different from personal credit cards?
So the thing that I like to explain with business credit cards and personal credit cards is the difference. In personal credit cards, let's say you have a $5,000 limit, the moment you go over 30% of that limit, your credit score instantly drops. Right. So you're penalized for using the credit that you were extended, on the personal side. On the other side, business is the exact opposite. Let's say you have the same $5,000 card. You can use all of it as long as you can make those monthly payments, and it's building your credit, not taken away from it. So that's the biggest fundamental difference between the two, is having, for one, business credit cards give you larger limits of funds. So you have larger limits or larger amounts of money to use, and you're not penalized when you use it. Personal side, you've got smaller amounts to use, and you can only use a third of it before it hurts you. So using it in the personal side, and so I can't tell you how many people I see using personal credit cards to fund business expenses. It's like ridiculous.
You can't make this stuff up.
No, you can't. But it's true.
We've been doing it since the beginning of the time, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I think we're on with some people today on some of these calls, and it's happening. It's happening more than people know. Not only are they using their credit card, but people's personal savings. People are going into their savings to operate a business, and you don't have to do that.
Right in the mattress.
You don't have to go into the mattress. You know.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So is it even possible for brand new businesses with no revenue or credit history to get a business credit card?
You know what? It is very possible for a brand new business, but its most important thing is to have those foundational steps set up. So if you set up those 12 steps in our phase 1 program that we tell people that are so important, as we talk to business owners all the time, we talk to business owners a lot about setting it up. A lot of them have 4 or 5 of them done that most people kind of know, but it's 12 different things that you have to do before you should even start applying for credit. So a lot of times on the business side, a lot of people are wondering why they're applying for business credit and getting turned down. You have to have all these 12 fundamental steps. That's phase 1. And then phase 2, there's another segment of things that you have to do. And if you don't have those things in place, then, that's what happens, So it's very important. It's very important to do that, so.
Right. Makes sense. So, And by the way, I asked you the last question I just asked you. Why is it important to get business credit cards early in the life of your business? Was the first thing. So I'll let you finish that. And secondly, chat. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask, please. This man has so much information, valuable information that could change your life. That can mind your business for real. But back to the question. Sorry about that.
So it was. Why is it important to get a business credit card early?
Early, right.
Well, I think it's important because you want to start building that credit life as soon as you can. If you have a business, the earlier you start building it, the more access to more money you get later. So it's something that you want to do as early as you possibly can. And again, why would you not want to use your own money, before, you want to get to that journey, as early as you can in your business, because it just leads to more longevity. So it's very important to, again, just think about, now, again, I could do a whole lot if I was using your money and not my own. How far could I go? If I'm just living off, using someone else's money, you can go far. But if you don't have business credit, you can only go as far as your funds can go. And for some people that's far, but for a lot of people that's not so far.
Right. It's like to the kitchen.
Yeah, maybe not even to the kitchen. They may not even get to the kitchen. So if you don't want to get to the kitchen, if you want to get to the upstairs, the higher levels, GetBiz.Credit. Get that credit and get it started early. Early. It's super important to get it started early. And I think the earlier you get it started, it's about creating steps or creating habits more so. And so the better habits or the more habits you create, the better situations go. So it's just I think it's a great thing to do it and to get it started early. So.
Definitely makes sense to me. So you get started early, even if you don't even have the discipline yet. Just get started. Yeah, so
start somewhere.
If you don't have the discipline, and I'm sure many business owners that start building credit early make mistakes. What are the biggest mistakes that you see entrepreneurs make when using business credit cards early in the process?
So the biggest thing is kind of using your business credit cards to do personal stuff. You shouldn't have to do that. Now there's
We'll buy a car.
Oh no, buying a car is great. If you got a business, why would you not want to buy a car? If you really understand credit and everything else, you want to buy a car in your business name that you don't have to personally guarantee. Why would you not want to do that? And again, if you can do that, why would you not want to do that? You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. So I would do that. I've done that. I'm doing that. So, you can too. But it's important. It's good to do that. You don't want to put because there's liability that comes. Anything that's in your personal name, anything that you're personally guaranteed, there's a liability to that. So you don't want to be liable for the things that your business does. It's kind of like having a kid and, the kid grows up and they're doing stuff and you're still liable for the stuff that they're doing after they're done growing up. So it kind of works that way.
Like it's not his business. That's still my business, even though it's his business. That's still my business.
It's kind of like it's about separating. It's about separating the importance of separating your personal stuff from your business stuff, and the power that lends is incredible.
Makes sense. And so, as far as the business credit cards are concerned, how do they affect your business credit profile, and what role do they play in funding later on down the road?
That's a great question. So with business credit cards and the thing or the best example I can use, I think I kind of alluded to this a little earlier, that when you use your personal credit card, every time you use it, the more of it you use on the personal side, the lower your score can go, especially once you hit over 30%. So using your credit on the personal side, not so good. On the business side, it actually builds your credit profile. So the more you're using your business credit, not only are you not hurting your personal stuff, but it's building it and giving you access to more funds that you can apply for later on down the road. So why would you not want to use your business credit to fund your business when it's going to lead to more money for your business to have access to, and you're not going to get penalized for using it when you use it? So it's just lots of benefit to it,
Man, it's like my brain is just like taking all of this stuff in. So can using a business credit card actually help me avoid using personal credit, like you said?
It should. And if you have both and you're still using them the wrong way, you really don't understand what you got, Right. And so if you the big thing is that personal guarantee, and that is the thing that you should be striving for in business, is not being able to personally guarantee, because things can happen in business. And what a personal guarantee is that almost on the personal side, you're personally guaranteeing every transaction you make on the personal side. You are personally responsible for it. If it doesn't, if you don't pay that bill, you are signing that you're personally responsible. In business, there's a way to set up accounts in a way that you don't have to personally guarantee. Your business is responsible for paying it, and if your business doesn't pay it, then it's on the business, not on you.
It ain't on me.
It's not on you. It's on the business. I mean,
but respectfully.
Yeah. But you get the point. The point is that your business is responsible, that EIN. And you know, I always say, just from a certain aspect, you're only going to be one person. You're only going to have one Social Security number your whole life. That's it. That's all you're going to get. But in business and having EINs and all that stuff, you can have multiple businesses. Nothing wrong with having more than one business with more than one level of business credit. And if you're getting what I'm saying, then you can understand why it's important to do it, you know, and to have it. So,
man,
why would you not do that? Why would you not do that?
No one man should have all that power. Again.
All men should have it.
Right.
And women, you know.
So
yeah. But yeah.
I know there's different types of credit cards. Are there specific types of business credit cards that new businesses should avoid or look for?
You know, they should look for cards with business credit cards that kind of give them rewards for having them, you know. Also, lower interest rates. A lot of times you want to search for the cards that have lower interest rates. And what we see a lot of people do is they may prematurely kind of go out there and get some business credit cards without building the foundational stuff. So the credit rates are higher than they should be or could be. So that's what I would, you know, implore people to not go too soon. Do everything in its order. Our system has like different phases that are kind of like steps. You know, there's a phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you kind of go through all those phases, and if you do them in that proper order, by the time you're getting to the credit cards and everything, which is like a phase 5 area, you're getting great rates. You know, so you're getting access to a lot of money on those cards because you've built all those foundational things up to it, and you've established yourself as someone who's going to take care of that credit. So it just, again, leads to larger amounts of money. And at the end of the day, you know, businesses need money to grow. You just do. I don't know any business that can grow without money. I don't know that exists. I don't think that's a thing. But I'd be challenged if anybody knows that that's a thing. I'd love to know about it.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. And you mentioned rewards as far as the business credit cards. So how differently do they work with I guess compared to personal credit cards with business credit cards, the rewards?
It's not much different. Excuse me. It's not much different, but there are, like I said, if you're going to use your business or grow your business, and if you're going to be able to, you want to be able to use cards that your business can use and not penalize you. You know, you want to be able to buy widgets for your business and be able to buy them and sell them, or you buy inventory or things that you need to run that business, and be able to not get penalized for doing that. Not for like I said, it's just something. You can get rewarded for doing that. And the most important thing I'll say is not like you do this business for the sake of not paying it back. You're doing it because as long as you can pay that monthly, the bill that's due, you ultimately want to be able to pay off a credit card if you can in 30 days. Because again, the more you do that, it just can lead to higher limits and again, more credit. But at the end of the day, as long as you're making that monthly payment, if you're using all of the credit you extended to you, it's not going to hurt you on the business side. Personal side, it will definitely affect you negatively. So, yeah, it's important to know the difference between those two, you know?
Man, so what's the connection between business credit cards and vendor relationships or net 30 accounts?
So the relationship basically with business credit cards and net 30s, I'll go and explain what a net 30 is, or there's net 30s, 60, and 90s.
I know our viewers need to know that.
Yeah, viewers probably do need to know that. Some people don't know what a net 30 is, and that means you can buy goods or services from vendors or people you do business with, And a lot of times, if you let's say you're a retail outlet and you're selling something, shirts, pants, or whatever, and you can buy those, you can get those on credit for 30 days. And just think about if you're a good salesperson, like you are, like I am. I know if I got 1,000 pair of pants, or I'm just saying pants or whatever. I don't know.
Understood.
Maybe say at a retail shop, we got 1,000 pair of pants. We don't have to pay them till next month. We get to sell them all. We get to not have paid money to get the inventory.
To get it.
So we have it. We didn't pay any money out. We just sold 1,000 pair of pants at, I don't know, 20, 30% market. Maybe we're selling $50, $60, and we have 30 days to pay off the vendor. So we were able to get inventory, sell it, make money before we even have to pay it back. And sometimes there's a 60-day or a 90-day. So you may not have to pay that back in 90 days or 60 days. Oh my God, yeah. You know, just think about what you could do as a business if you can have access to retail things or things that you can get to make money and not have to pay it back until you've already earned the money that you used to sell it.
I'm not even looking at this as far as just business solely. This is a whole new way of life, living, experiencing happiness, peace. Your marriage, relationships, everything is different when you're moving like this. I would assume.
No, your assumption is correct. You know, and you're right. And it's you know, a lot of people worry about money. A lot of relationships end because of money.
That's always a problem. It seems as though
it always
it's on
is.
paper.
Yeah, you know, it can be a very challenging thing. And honestly, even if you're thinking about starting a business and you're in a relationship, you're married or you're in a relationship, that's even a bigger risk to that other person because they're going to be looking at you sideways. You're taking money out of this thing to do this risky thing in their minds or whatever. And it's like, if you could show them, hey, I'm building business credit, so it's not going to hurt our stuff.
It got to make sense.
Hey, this is going to make relationships better. Business credit will make your relationship better. I'm just trying to tell you.
Where you going to pull that money from?
Yeah, hey, they're coming from our savings. So
that transmission
mind your
just blew.
There you go. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so,
right, and finally, I know you gave you. We always say, when you give away so much, man, we aren't as appreciative as all the information that you just throw away at us. But without giving away too much more, how does your system here at GetBiz.Credit help new business owners utilize business credit to their advantage?
So the thing I kind of mentioned earlier is that GetBiz.Credit, and again, that's where if you're interested, you go to GetBiz.Credit. There's a whole system, so it's not just one thing. It's there's a textbook, there is a course online. There in that course, there is different ways for the different methods that people learn. Some people like to watch a video, so there's a lot of short 5, 6, 7 minute videos that kind of explain these different things. And the importance of that is, if I'm just telling you what to do and just telling you to go do this thing, and you're just doing because I told you to do it, and you're not understanding what you're doing, it's not going to have the same impact of you kind of watching a course and understanding why am I setting up this LLC this way or this corporation this way, and why am I doing this? Why am I doing?
Why wouldn't you want to know?
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want to know? You should, you know. And we make the system is designed in a way that it can give you the information you need and the way you need it. Maybe you just like to read. Maybe you just want to read on a screen, so it's that way. If you maybe, again, you want to do it while you're doing stuff around the house or on your way to work, you can read. All of these are downloadable MP3s where you can just listen to them. So you can get the information in any way that you like from GetBiz.Credit, which is perfect. Also, there's a dashboard to really store all the information. So we share with you what to do, who to do it with, how to do it, and record that you did it. So those are the things that are important. And that's what's unique about the GetBiz.Credit system. We're set out to make one of the best business credit systems out there, and we work tirelessly to continue to make improvements on the application. And also, I got to mention, it's also a mobile app. The mobile app helps you. Again, you can take all this information with you wherever you go. Nobody leaves without their phone. If you do, you go back home and get it, you know. So your business credit journey is with you all the time. You know, it's notifications and everything. So it's an entire system. It's not just business credit. It's an entire system that's designed to help you have access to more money, make more money, grow. So if you, again, the focus, if you're wanting to start, grow, or scale a business, GetBiz.Credit is the operation for you. It's what you want to do. So, yeah, hopefully that answered that question. You know, Did I answer the questions?
Yes, sir. So I'm over here processing all this information. I want a new life. I'm ready for my new life.
Hey, man, it's coming. New life's coming. New life's coming. You've already started the journey.
Right.
And that's what we talk to people all about. It's like you're starting today. You know, the second best time to planting a tree, other than last week, is today. You know, so you know, today, start today. You know, but you know what? I want to say, AJ, those are some fantastic questions. You know, I'm hoping that I'm pretty sure that any business owners kind of got some information out of that, and hopefully got some serious value today. So I do want to speak directly to the audience at this point. And so if you're starting a business or already running one and you haven't established business credit cards or started establishing business credit, why? Why have you not started that? And so if you've been using your personal credit cards to fund your company, you're putting yourself at risk and really leaving a lot of money on the table. So it just doesn't make sense to do that. Make a change today. You know, I tell people just start now. You know, get our system, start building. 6 months to go by, whether you do this or not, you know, 12 months to go by. But in 6 to 12 months, you do the right steps, you could be having access to $100,000, $250,000 to help your business. So start now, you know. But I do want to say business credit cards for new business are just the beginning, really, of the funding journey. And to really unlock the benefits and avoid the costly pitfalls, you need a roadmap and a system. And that's really what GetBiz.Credit is: a roadmap, a system, an expert partner that helps you, kind of guides you along the way like a GPS. And so the system is definitely for everybody who wants to start. You know, whether you want to start a business, grow. Again, if you haven't started the business yet, you can start. The best time to start building business credit is at the inception of starting it. Again, you have a couple things in place, but the phase one shows you what those things are that should be in place. So this GetBiz.Credit is for people who want to start, or they already have one and they want to grow that business, or they've been in business for 3 to 5 years and they want to scale that business. Business credit will help you do any one of those 3 things. So what I do want to do is tell you what you need to do next. If you're listening to this, if you're finding the information valuable, then go to our website, GetBiz.Credit, and then click on the link for the free webinar. It's absolutely free. We're probably giving away way too much information in that thing. I think we're going to take it down at some point because this is way too much. But to get it there, watch it before we take it down. It's great information. But it will explain a lot of what I'm talking about today, what I've been talking about. Again, go to the website, GetBiz.Credit, and we also have a Facebook group. So you can go to Facebook and find GetBiz.Credit that way. And so if you're ready to take action today, if you heard this podcast and you're ready to roll, you can go to GetBiz.Credit and go to /memberships. And that membership level there's a short video that kind of explains each membership level. And you can watch that and kind of figure out, okay, which level is right for you. We do have the top level is our VIP premium, where we do everything for you. It's really a white glove service. We do have a platinum, we have a gold, and we have a basic. So really, there's no reason there are membership levels for anybody. And if you're not willing to invest in your business, why are you in business? In my opinion, you know, why would you put your personal funds at risk if you didn't have to grow a business, grow your business idea? Why would you put your family's finances at risk to grow your business when you don't have to? There's a better way, and GetBiz.Credit is the way. So again, listen, thanks so much for joining us. If you're out there, and if you want to learn more about business credit, again, and get access to some of the expert resources we have, go to GetBiz.Credit, click on that free webinar, great information there. And if you did find any of this information valuable, make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned to the Mind Your Business podcast at mindyourbusinessexpert.com. You can go there, but stay tuned for more valuable tips and insights to grow your business. And until next time, keep building your business, credit, be scaling for success. And I just want to say this has been another episode of the Mind Your Business podcast. I'm Max Fortune. Thank you for tuning in, and until next week, keep building your business credit, scaling your success, and keep minding your business. All right, that's it. AJ, thanks again for coming in.
Every time.
And hey, it's been great. So